come, your price of your fuel will drop. And you heard that story how many donkey years ago, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's promises upon promises. And you know what? Venezuela tell you that they forgive us 100, how much? 100 what? Million US dollars. Where the money go, buddy? That is equivalent to what? 271 million EC dollars. Where is it? Where is it? Show it to us in any form of sustainable infrastructure. So, brothers and sisters, we are growing old. Our children are coming up. And we can see at our homes, our families are crowding. And we need to create space for them. We have to open up land in many forms. We have to use the limited financial resources in a very prudent manner. And brothers and sisters, with the leadership of Lennox Linton and our able team, we will get it done, brothers and sisters. Have a good night, brothers and sisters.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a plan, and our plan has been tested between 1995 and 2000, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for your support, but we are on the final chapter, ladies and gentlemen. You need to work double hard to ensure whenever the elections are called, we are victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not me who say, it is the people of Cassie Bruce who say they want Teacher Ernie, ladies and gentlemen. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have a choice but to call to address you, Teacher Ernie, Lawrence, John Finn, ladies and gentlemen. Let us welcome her in a big way, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, patriots. Soldiers on the ground, good night. I bring you greetings from the Castle Bruce constituency. This constituency comprises of Castle Bruce, Trento Deepa Mopo, Good Hope, Saint-Sauveur, and Petit Soufriere. It's a pity they can't hear us tonight. I hope Mr. G is taking note. To my children and my grandchildren in the U.S., Tammy, Shanna, Jade, Jaik, Zizi, good night. Mommy loves you all. To all my supporters all over the world, in the U.S. and the entire Caribbean, I say good night and thanks for your support. I stand here tonight exactly 1 year, after Hurricane Maria. That monster hurricane that devastated us. To continue to express gratitude to my God for his mercies towards us. Our country was ravaged. Our country was devastated. But our lives were saved. Some of us lost our homes. We lost our houses. We lost our vehicles. We were left naked. But our lives were saved. And for this, we will continually say, thank you, Jesus. 1 year after that unforgettable experience, that deadly hurricane, the attitudes and behaviors of some people did not change. It have not changed. But God, being the God that he is, spared us yet another hurricane, Hurricane Isaac. He spared us by pouring on us his grace, by engulfing us with his divine spirit. And I urge us tonight, my people, to embrace that divine spirit. Embrace that divine grace by putting Dominica first. Embrace that divine spirit by thinking of the future of your children and grandchildren. In the words of John F. Kennedy, think not what your country can do for you, but think what you can do for your country. My task tonight is to talk on education. But how much can I say about education in 10 minutes? Just a little bit. I will come back to continue talking about education. My people, education is the most powerful weapon that can be used to change the world. But how are we going to do that? It's going to be a very difficult task when we are surrounded by poor graduates and rich criminals. We live in an inquiring society. We live in an innovative society. Therefore, in order for our children to succeed, we need to make changes to the policies that exist in education. Many changes have to be made. And I will begin with teacher training. You will know, you will agree with me, that the Dominica State College is responsible for teacher training in Dominica. But this structure has a lot of challenges. And I'll give you a few, just a few. There's a backlog of teachers to be trained because there is limited capacity at the Teachers Training College. Can you imagine? A teacher has to wait 4 and 5 years to get a teacher training certificate. That's not a master's degree. That's not a PhD. 4 and 5 years. There is the Casper Secondary School that is being underutilized, and many other institutions in the country are being underutilized. These institutions go from 8 to 1. Why can't we use the schools, the institutions in the afternoons, in the evenings to enable our teachers to be trained if there is no capacity at the Teachers Training College? About 40% of our primary teachers and 60% of our secondary teachers are untrained. And there's a very high cost to teacher training. Now, at the state college, if the teachers do not pay their tuition, they cannot write their exam. What a sorry state. They do not have the money. This government pays for some people, and it does not pay for others. My God is a just God. And this God that we serve, we say we are God-fearing people. And the God that we serve, he does not like the scales, those dishonest scales and differing weights. He does not like favoritism. And it tells us, the good book tells us, can he who hates justice govern? I say no. I say no. He cannot govern. Teachers are not able to access the state college. You need to remember that. Our teachers are demotivated. Our teachers are underpaid. Our teachers are just left by themselves with what to do. What to do? What do we do? They get a little salary, yes, but they have to use that same salary to buy markers, to buy manila papers, to buy folder sheets, and even to feed children. This cannot be. Under the United Workers' Party government, this is going to change. You know, the state college, as I said, is responsible for teacher training. But the Ministry of Education has its standards for the teaching service. For O levels, including maths and English. You must have that in order to enter the teaching service. But right now, when teachers or students go to the state college and there is no space for them in the course that they want, they dump them in the teacher education course and send them to the schools saying that they are already trained. They are already trained, yes, but do they have the qualifications? No. So the state college and the Ministry of Education need to collaborate. Under the United Workers' Party government, there will be collaboration. We will change all of that because some right now are succeeding and others are dropping out because they cannot face the guaye. So under United Workers' Party government, we are going to change that. It's going to change. I say teacher training should be managed by the Ministry of Education. I say bring back the 2 years. I remember teachers would go to college just for 2 years. And at the end of 2 years, you get your teacher training certificate. Right now, 4 years. This is just not acceptable. This is not progress, and we have to vote that out. Teacher training should be fully supported by the state. I remember I went to teacher training college in 1988. I spent 1 year in, 1 year out. The state paid for my tuition. Why can't this happen now? If it happened in 1987, but we are taking 20 steps backward, it should happen now. Let us bring it back. And if they cannot bring it back, when we get into power, we are going to bring it back. Another aspect that we need to touch on is supervision in the schools. Teacher supervision and student supervision. Let me, while I'm here, let me reiterate the fact that the teachers, the workers in the Ministry of Education, all of them in the offices and in the schools, they are doing a fabulous task given the circumstances. They are working very hard. Very hard-working teachers and staff of Ministry of Education. The guidance counselors, the education officers, the curriculum officers, hats off to you for what you do under these trying circumstances. But when we get into office, when the United Workers' Party gets into office, better days will come. Better days will come. I say, we need better for our teachers. I say we need better for them. They are not supposed to be working under those circumstances. They need to be rewarded. They need incentives. And if the teacher in the classroom is demotivated, you know on who they're going to pass it. You know who's going to suffer? Our children. So let us treat our teachers well. Let us treat them well so our children can succeed. You see what I said? I said, what can I say in 10 minutes? But look, my time is already up. Oh my. But I want to tell you, Dominica needs change. And change will not come. Change will not come unless we put an end to the petty politics that divide us. Change will not come unless we put an end to the politics that put mothers against daughters, fathers against sons, neighbors against neighbors, just for one vote. I say we need to put an end to the petty behaviors that divide us and come together to save Dominica. Time is up. Thank you very much. Good night.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize to you as public relations officer for your party, the United Workers' Party. But clearly, we must have more meetings, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I want to call the Honorable Senator just to say hi and good night to you, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Monel.
Living. It's nothing strange. It is time for patriots, Dominicans, brothers and sisters. It is so nice to be here. Rosa Central, Senja Massive, Mero Layo. I can see them here all excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot speak for long tonight, but I cannot not come and say something to you. I cannot not come forward and tell you that what divides us is not substantial enough to keep us apart. Those forces against us cannot withstand the power of the United Workers' Party. We stand tall, we stand proud, stronger every day, stronger every minute, every second. You hear all you have them trembling. You hear Lennox have them trembling. As if Labour Party are too much. They put in bills before the house, they pulling it back. They go here, they go here. No New York for me fool. Patriots, keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is the winning antidote for the next general election. Get ready, because we are taking this government. We are going to take back our country. We have suffered for too long. Our women, we have suffered for too long. Ladies, 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 I have your back. A United Workers' Party government has the back of the women, and we will restore pride and dignity. You will not just get what you will not be given what is given to you. You will not take what you get. That's how they say it. Take what you get. That's how Labour say it. I give you a house, take what you get. I give you galvanage, take what you get. We will give you, under United Workers' Party, what you deserve. No longer just what you get. It is what you deserve. Dominicans, it is time to take your rightful place. It is time for sober reflection. 1 year post-Maria. Look at where we are. There is so much to be done. There is so much that has not been done. Tonight, I beseech you, I call on you, go to every nook and cranny. Speak to every single individual. Spread the message of hope and change. Spread the message of United Workers' Party. Spread the message of true and honest leadership in Lennox Linton. Make the United Workers' Party your government. Ensure that when the bell is rung, that the United Workers' Party will be the next government of Dominica. I thank you and God bless you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a sure win. And I'm going to call another sure win, ladies and gentlemen, from the Roseau Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, I call the attorney at law, the Honorable, I dare say, Ronald Charles, to address you.
Well, look at people. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to many more meetings to come. Tonight, we have a time limitation, and the rain has blessed us. I have never seen rain stop, and then the weather turn nice, so we good. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring warm greetings from the Roseau Valley. Trafalgar, Loda, Wharton Waven, Cochrane, Mont Prosper, Fokani, Shafford, and the entire Roseau Valley. And if I miss you, it's because of time. But I must say this. This time around is a different time. This time around is a time for the people of Dominica to realize we have a country to fix. This time around is not about us, but it's for the future of this country. This time around is about you having the guts to put people first. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad time for us this evening. About a year ago, we were hit by Hurricane Maria. 66 people lost their lives. And then we went through the phase that we had to develop our country. But something went wrong along the way. And therefore, now is the time for we to stand up as Dominicans. Because Dominica is about to leave the shores of Dominica. And we have to keep our people still. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for us to understand that it's okay. They want you to be afraid, but it's okay. The people of the Roseau Valley, I will say to you tonight, the Roseau Valley is in the bag. Can I get a big shout? Can I get a bigger shout? Because I am here to address the young people of Dominica, but by extension, and by more succinctly, let's say the people of the Roseau Valley and the young people of the Roseau Valley. What has been happening to us is that all of a sudden, books paying, fees paying, everything paying, bus paying, everything paying, everything paying. We understand that. We appreciate that. Because you made us poor. So therefore you have to pay the price to send our children to school, because they were supposed to have a better job, a better opportunity, better education, and their parents should be able to pay for their education. But we welcome it, because we know now things are tough. Things are hard. We have work to do. We understand that. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that when the United Workers' Party get into power very soon, that no student will have to go and follow any ballot to get anything, because the system will be better, bigger, and greater. They're looking for that one, they're looking for that one, they're looking for that one. Oh, I call him 17 times, his phone going to voicemail. Oh, but headache. We have to put a system in place that our children understand that this country is working to their benefit. And we cannot continue looking for votes. And we're going around now, and we all know that. And all they are doing is trying to get votes. But I will always say this. The young people of Dominica, remember, most of you that will be voting this time around, you have been under a system that is really crippling your mobility. And you have to take a stand. And I will say this to you. When your parents can buy your books, Dominica is ready to move forward. And anytime you have to go anywhere and collect it, you have to ask yourself a question. Mommy, what went wrong? What went wrong is to keep the Labour Party 18 years in power. That is what went wrong, because our people are not employed. And therefore, you cannot afford the books. And when the NEP program come, again, I appreciate my people being employed. I appreciate when you can get something to do. But I am dissatisfied. Out of the OECS, we have been paid $4.05 an hour, while everybody else is above $8. I have a problem with that. And when they give you the galvanized and they give you this and they give you that, it's because of the donors of this. The donors, the international donors, like Red Cross, like Hands of Hearts, Samaritan, and all these different organizations coming here to help us. They're all over the place and doing what they have to do to make this country prosper. And they must get the credit for that. And don't feel ashamed, because change is soon to come. And believe you me, we will be the next government, and we will make this place a better place to live. And you will enjoy it until your grandchildren enjoy it too. I gotta go. We love you, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we move into Roseau North, ladies and gentlemen. Any political organization that controls the capital city controls the country, ladies and gentlemen. So I call to address you, the Honorable Danny Lugue, ladies and gentlemen, the parliamentary representative for Roseau North.
Welcome! You are the patriots. These are dedicated patriots to brave such weather, to be with us, to be together. And we are truly thankful for life after having gone through Maria. Truly, it's a good experience for us to get together again. I want you to listen to me carefully, because I'm not going to be shouting too much tonight, okay? On August 18, 2017, I stood on the Great Wall of China and said the following words. I hereby proclaim and prophesy this 18th day of August 2017 that Roosevelt's carrot has been weighed in the balances and found wanting, and for this cause, Roosevelt's carrot must go. That proclamation was not meant to be released at the time it went out. However, it did make the wrongs in Dominica before we even returned from China. Exactly 1 month after that proclamation, on the Great Wall of China, on the 18th of September 2017, we were hit by Hurricane Maria. And 2 years before that, we were hit by Tropical Storm Erica. So 1 year after Maria, the question is, what is God saying to us as a people? Leadership is everything, Roosevelt Skerritt confesses. So let's examine a while the elements of that national leadership. 20 years ago, we had a banana trade to the British market. And that banana trade started about 80 years before. Week after week, we were selling bananas to the UK. Hundreds of millions of dollars was coming into the coffers and circulating in all the rural economy. That died a sudden death on the Roosevelt Skerritt. 20 years ago, we had a thriving coconut industry led by DCP. Multi-millions of dollars, containers of soap was distributed to the Caribbean islands. These two died on the Roosevelt Skerritt. A coffee plant was hand-delivered to Skerritt on a golden platter. That too died. Hugo Chavez must be turning in his grave. Close to $100 million was dumped in a geothermal well, and not even a 2 megawatts plant is being delivered to the Dominican people. Leadership is everything, he says. We had more than 4 promises of international airports for every election cycle. Where are the international airports? That too has gone down the drain. Ross University, the topic that they just do not want to touch. $1 billion investment. And as I explained in Parliament, and sadly I went on to give the graphic details of the loss of the people to Dominica. Ian Douglas, the Pal Rep for Portsmouth, He stood up on a point of order in the parliament to prevent me from speaking about Ross. Earlier on, the Prime Minister spoke and he never mentioned the word Ross University. I wonder why. I wonder why. The question is, why are they running away from Ross? If you have two senior ministers of government refusing to touch the question of Ross, when you have Dominican lecturers, you have Digicel, you have Lime, you have Domlec. Ross was Domlec's biggest customer. Why would the Prime Minister not want to speak about Ross? So for a few months now, Prime Minister Skerrit, a few months ago, he brought together to the Parliament legislation to neutralize the whole question of bribery and treating. Now, it was because of you, the patriots, that that piece of legislation was set aside. He's coming back again with such legislation. I'm saying to you, people of Dominican, patriots standing here, I am inviting all of you to the Parliament on Thursday. We must send Roosevelt Skerrit a clear signal that enough is enough. That idea of bringing re-registration to the various capitals of the world must never happen. And we are going to Parliament to ensure that we send Roosevelt Skerrit a clear signal that enough is enough and all registration must be done in Dominica. We know what it is to be stolen. I know in Rosenhof, in 2009, I should have won the election. I lost by 117 votes. My brother Peter Lugek was paid to come to vote against me. So you know the power of corrupting an election. I am saying to you that we all will step up to the plate on Thursday and we'll head up to Parliament to give Roosevelt Skerrit once and for all the signal that he needs to get, that we'll stop him dead in his track. Good night and God bless.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if one of our technicians can operate the mic stand for me, please. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on, but I need to recognize the presence of Jefferson James, our former candidate for the Portsmouth constituency, and Alex Birmingham, ladies and gentlemen, our former candidate for the Vickers constituency, ladies and gentlemen. And no wonder they may be lined up, ladies and gentlemen, to run for us, because this time is a sure win, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Roseau Central constituency will continue to remain with the United Workers' Party. And the people are saying it's so they want. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so you want. We will give you so, ladies and gentlemen. I call to address you, our candidate, ladies and gentlemen, for the Roseau Central constituency, Brother Glenroy Coffey, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Good night to everyone. 1 year ago today, we were struck by a major storm that left us in a depressed economy. When we got struck, Dominicans thought that it was all over. But when you have God with you, it's not all over. I think for those of us who have survived that storm, we must say thank you to the good Lord, because it's important that we have life. And for those who have departed after the storm, we say to you, rest in peace. And to the grieving families up to today, because you know you have had loved ones who you never saw. They went missing, and you are still grieving. We say, hold strong. The good Lord will deliver. Brothers and sisters, for us in Roseau Central, it wasn't an easy road, because many businesses got ravaged by the storm, and you know the human destruction behind that after. We say to the people of Rosa Central that it is very important to continue to support the businesses because they have lost tremendously. And we are telling the government it is unfair after a year that you are unable to fulfill and furnish some of the businesses with at least some help. It is not good enough. You have small businesses that got affected island-wide, and those in Roseau especially, and they have not gotten any help. We are saying to the government, you must deal the people right. You must continue to support small businesses because they deserve the help. We are all Dominicans. We all got affected, and you cannot be selective in giving to those you feel who support you, and those you feel who do not support you, you care nothing less about them. Brothers and sisters, I know we are constrained by time. However, I want to urge each and every Dominican to hold strong. In Roseau Central, we say Roseau is not for sale. I repeat, Roseau is not for sale. Soso for Roseau. You can't say no to Soso. Let me tell you and let me assure you that Roseau isn't going anywhere. We are going to form part of this government. We will be in government, and we will ensure that we bring a better livelihood to the people of Dominica, and all Roseau people will be benefiting because you know why? When things are good, everyone will benefit. But I will say to you, even if we are constrained by time and I'm not able to say much, I want to ask each and every one of you who is doing something positive for your village, your community. Be a good steward. Be a good steward and show stewardship. Lead with respect. Lead with respect. Lead with dignity, and lead with honesty. Dominica cannot move forward with dishonest people. We need to now join our energies and come together to save this beautiful land. I for sure, I will be in the race. I will be in the race. I will win this constituency. I will bring it home to the United Workers' Party. We are going to do that. We are forming the next government. We are forming the next government. Brothers and sisters, I want each and every one of you around Dominica to join this crusade, this victorious crusade, to rescue this country from these rogues. Yes, you heard me, rogues. It cannot be real people running a country and paying a blind eye to those who really need the help. Look at after Maria what has happened. We see building materials in the yards of ministers and people's houses are uncovered. Is that fair, Dominicans? Is that fair? Well, I'm telling you, we are not into this business to take from the treasury. We want to ensure that we bring a proper quality of life to each and every Dominican. Rest assured. You see this slogan? The TV bar in it. But you know what it says? People come first. People come first. So I'm telling you, each and every one of you tonight, and anywhere you are, whether you're listening at your homes, overseas, we will ensure as a government, we will run this country with much transparency and so that every Dominican will benefit. I want to say to you again that you have a responsibility, you have that responsibility to exercise good judgment. For the sake of the children, for the sake of Dominica, Dominicans, save this beloved country. Save this patrimony. We need Dominica. Dominica cannot be a state, run by rogues, and they believe that the land belongs to them. Dominica does not belong to one set of people. It is all of us country. And so I urge you to continue what you do wherever you are. Try to build this country. We are ready to govern. We are ready to govern the affairs of this country in a positive way. We need your support. I call for your support in every corner of this country. Dominicans, rally behind the United Workers' Party. We need to come in now, and now. So when the bell is rung, when the electoral bell is rung, you have to make that decision. I know it's already made. Remove this government and put in a working government in the name of the United Workers' Party. Thank you and have a good night. Thank you very much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before I call to address you, the Deputy Leader of the United Workers' Party, I want to address the farmers here tonight and say to you that there is hope in the agricultural sector. I was on assignment in Antigua, ladies and gentlemen, and with an aggressive marketing strategy, just like we did in tourism, opening offices in Paris, London, and New York, the United Workers' Party is going to open trade offices in Antigua, Barbados, London, ladies and gentlemen, and Florida. Because what is happening there, ladies and gentlemen, is individuals who have nothing to do with agriculture are importing food into Antigua and selling for our hoxers from Dominica. They import the food in containers and make a fortune while the farmers planting and bananas are ripening in the fields of this country, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a plan, we have a vision for you, ladies and gentlemen, to transform this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Rosos, and that is why I'm going into Rosso South and call to address you, a powerful man, a hard-working man that took the president of the Labour Party into political hibernation. Ladies and gentlemen, I call to address you, the Honorable Joshua Francis. Ladies and gentlemen.
Time for change. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Greetings from the Rosa South constituency. It's always an honor and pleasure to be with you as we continue the journey to deliver Dominica from poverty to prosperity. It's a year since we suffered on this dreadful night from Hurricane Maria. In my constituency in Rosa South, we lost over 25 lives. And tonight, as we remember those who have passed away, we want to remind the families of the deceased that the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica, stands strong with you. Brothers and sisters, tonight I did not walk with my political gloves. You want me to put them on? I am not giving any blows tonight. No blows at all. I just want to tell you, brothers and sisters, that we have over 1 million reasons why we need change in Dominica. Currently, our economic situation is in a political and economic graveyard, brothers and sisters. Our economy is the smallest in the OECS. It was already the smallest. And Hurricane Maria came and caused our economic fortunes to contract by 226%. That is, GDP was set back by 226%. As a result, our economic growth is expected to decline by over 20% moving into next year. Brothers and sisters, that does not spell well. A small economy with a contracting GDP. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the lowest minimum wage in the entire Eastern Caribbean. We pay only $4.05. That's mandatory wage, minimum wage in Dominica. In St. Kitts, it's $9 per hour. In St. Lucia, it is over $5. In Antigua, it's over $8. In Grenada, it's over $6. In Dominica, it's only $4.05, ladies and gentlemen. As we say, We cannot continue with that kind of economy where our young people who already cannot find jobs, and when they find a job, their salaries and wages are very low. We, the people of Dominica, we demand more. And that is why the young people throughout the island are saying that it is time for change. That is why the young people throughout Dominica are saying that they want jobs. For the past 18 years, youth unemployment has grown tremendously in Dominica. Now we have the highest rate of youth unemployment and youth underemployment in the entire Eastern Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, that is unacceptable. And that is why Team Dominica is here to rescue the country. That is why we are here to spread the gospel of hope and fortune and prosperity to every young person throughout the island. And tonight, I want to reassure you that when the bell is rung, that Team Dominica United Workers' Party will win the next general election. And we are starting right in Roseau South, because the young men of Roseau South are saying that they are unemployed and they want jobs. They are saying that they want more recreational facilities. They want more opportunities. And that is why they are supporting me in the Roseau South constituency. That is why they are supporting Soso in Roseau Central, and the same Ronald Charles in Roseau Valley, and Danny Luge in Roseau North, and teacher Ernie in Cassibros, and Felix Thomas in Maho, and Sparks Hector John in Salisbury. All our candidates are getting tremendous support from every constituent because they understand that we need change in Dominica. We are tired of being last in foreign direct investment in the entire Eastern Caribbean, ladies and gentlemen. This Labour Party, before Hurricane Maria and after Hurricane Maria, has not been able to create the environment to attract businesses from the foreigners. And the little businesses that we have had, some of them have had to go. Ross University closed doors on us. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not continue under the governance of the Dominica Labour Party to die in poverty. We are here to say to you that under the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica will ensure that we create jobs and jobs. We will ensure that we will stimulate the economy to the point where we will raise minimum wage. We will take it from $4 to much more. We will ensure that we create jobs to our young people. We will ensure that agriculture will once again find its glory days. Our farmers will go back to the fields. Our rural economies will be better. Our businesses will be more prosperous, and as such, they will hire more people. But that is not going to happen without your efforts, ladies and gentlemen. You have to ensure that you persuade every other Dominican that it is time to bring change in this country. So when you leave here tonight, make sure that you talk to your neighbor. Continue to speak to the labor rights. Make it known unto them that this time around it is not about party, but it's about the survival of Dominica. It's about patriotism. It's about community. It's about development. It's about national identity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored in this party to have a very strong, honest, and firm political leader in the name of the Honorable Lennox Linton. And we are going to ensure that when election is called, that the Honorable Lennox Linton will be the next Prime Minister of Dominica. The Honorable Lennox Linton carries sincerity, he's firm, he's visionary, and he believes in teamwork. Because in our team we have competent people. In our team we have people who have proven themselves. In our team we have people who have walked the walks of life. They know what it means to wake up in the morning not having a cup of tea. They know what it means to be in a family with children who are unemployed. They know what it means to be under tarpaulin for over a year. Ladies and gentlemen, we as a team, we will ensure that better days descend in Dominica. So I want to say to you to continue to follow the team. This journey has just started. The campaign has just started, and you have to continue to support your political party. You have to continue to stand with the United Workers' Party until we get to the finish line. Because at the finish line, the work would have just started. We want to transform this Dominica. We want to make a new economy. We want to improve tourism, agriculture. We want you to believe in us so that we will enhance renewable energy in Dominica, so that we'll cut the waste, less advisors in cabinet, less ministers. We are going to get rid of the waste in the public service. We will no longer have a government looking for glorification and self-promotion, but in the United Workers' Party, you will have a government that will be working for you, the people of Dominica. Are you ready for the United Workers' Party government? Are you ready for the Honorable Lennox Linton as the Prime Minister? The people of Rosa Central, are you ready for so-so? And the Valley, are you ready for Ronald Charles? Are you ready for change in Grand 4? The people of Grand 4, are you ready for that change? And La Plaine, and Cassie Bruce, and Kalinago Territory, and St. Joseph. Now we already have 6 seats, ladies and gentlemen. So if we add such seats, how many seats do we have already? And Maho, are you ready for change? So before I leave, let us count the seats, because a poll which was conducted by the gentleman, Mr. Alex Bruno, showed that 82% of Dominicans want change. And that is not by accident, ladies and gentlemen. We are last Kakarot in the Eastern Caribbean in many important areas. And that is why the people are saying they want the election to be called as soon as possible, so that serious people can deliver serious business to the people of Dominica. So let me just wrap up. Rosa South. Where is Rosa South? In the bag. And the gate is closed, so nobody can get that bag, because I have the key. So Labour Party has nothing on Joshua Francis, and the United Workers' Party in Rosa South, nothing in Rosa Central. We will ensure that all the Rosos will be with the United Workers' Party. And then we move to Maho. That's how many seats? That's 5. And Cassie Bruce and La Plaine and Grand 4 and Kalinago Territory. Ladies and gentlemen, we are winning the elections. I want you to continue to tell your brothers and sisters that we are going to form the next government in the Commonwealth of Dominica. So renew your energy, get ready, sharpen your political swords, make sure that you have all your tools, and get ready to fight the battle, because the battle will be won. And why it will be won by the United Workers' Party? Because God is on our side. Our party stands for truth. It stands for righteousness. It stands for equity. It stands for justice. And any party that stands for truth must prevail at the end. So ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, better days are coming. Things may have been hard since Hurricane Maria. Your pockets may have been empty. You may be on the tarpaulins. Your children may be unemployed. You may be struggling. But the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica, is here to make things better for you in Roseau, the people in the north, the people in the east, the people in the west. Throughout Dominica, all of us are going to see better days under the leadership of Honorable Lennox Linton. I love you. Continue to believe in change. Continue to trust the Almighty God. Continue to support your party, and let us work very hard till the finish line to ensure that when the bell is rung, that we will form the next government of Dominica, whether or not the Labour Party tries to steal. This time, our eyes are open. No more election theft in Dominica. No more stealing. No more corruption. We are going to ensure that we have a good and fair election, and that the United Workers' Party will form the next government of Dominica. I love you, and have a good evening.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before I leave you tonight, I want to confirm that a civil engineer, Jefferson James, will be the candidate for the United Workers' Party in the Portsmouth constituency. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I want to call to address you, a member of the Parliament of Dominica, to introduce the political leader of the opposition United Workers' Party, the party that is on its way to victory. So I call to introduce the political leader, the Honorable Ezekiel Bazil, ladies and gentlemen.
Workers! 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 Wesley in the house! Wesley in the house! Brothers and sisters, I'm happy to see all of you here tonight because you are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose. And the reason you are here is to vote the Dominica Labour Party out of office come the next general election. And every one of you must go in the byways in Dominica and ensure that that is done. Just before I start the introduction, let me tell you. You ever heard this say, devil afraid holy water? Yeah, you heard that, right? When devil see holy water, devil running. Every time you see a member of the Labour Party and a member of the cabinet, just say Ross University. Every time you see a member of Labour Party and a member of cabinet, just say Ross University. They afraid that like a devil afraid holy water because they cannot deal with Ross. Brothers and sisters, you have a solid team. You have a strong team. You have a team of men and women that will ensure that we save this country to be the best place to work, the best place to live, and the best place to enjoy life. But here's what is interesting. This group, brothers and sisters, is headed by an able man, a strong man, a man with a lot of reports and a lot of support from Marigot. A man, brothers and sisters, who takes no nonsense man. A man, brothers and sisters, who ensures that he take right for right and wrong for wrong. A man, brothers and sisters, who have integrity. An honest man, brothers and sisters. A man, brothers and sisters, that command the respect of his entire group. Brothers and sisters, people of Roseau, people of Dominica, I am happy and I am proud and I'm going to tell you that this man commands the support of the entire group of the United Workers' Party together as a team. I am happy, brothers and sisters, to introduce tonight the leader of the United Workers' Party, the next Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, one of the next leaders of CARICOM. I am happy, brothers and sisters, to introduce to you the Honorable Lennox Linton, brothers and sisters. Put your hands together. Put your hands together, brothers and sisters. Mike, Mike, Mike.
Dominica, good night. Lord of the nations, thus to thee our country we commend. Be thou her refuge and her trust, our everlasting friend. Today marks 1 year since we were battered by Hurricane Maria. As many of you here tonight have stories to tell about that fateful night in 2017. But we're here tonight thankful that the Lord above has spared us And he has given us the courage, the commitment, the perseverance to continue and to be here at this point. But we spare thought for those who are not with us. Those who lost their lives, those who have been declared dead, those who are still missing,